There are a bunch of us around the area who felt that we really wanted to do something to try and help people start making a bit of a difference. And we don't claim to be the most sort of eco-friendly bunch of people, but we'd all done a bit of research into various things and just felt that it'd be great if we could create a shop which showed off what we'd used and then allowed people to start making a bit of a difference to try to start reducing their carbon footprint. So that's really what we've got. So we've got a whole bunch of energy saving things, a whole bunch of energy efficient lighting. We've got 90 different energy efficient bulbs. And in all different shapes and sizes. So for the people who think that they're all ugly or dim, then they're not. Lots of water-saving devices, and being in here, Chinnor Garden Centre, it's sort of the whole idea of sort of water-saving and using water better goes very well with the whole gardening side of things. And we thought, how could we do something like this so it's not just a one-off? And we came up with the idea of creating a shop like this, selling everything that we felt made a difference to our lives, and do it in a way that we could then replicate around the country. And we looked at the price of retail space and realised that it's a lot cheaper within garden centres, and we did a deal with our local garden centre, and it was surprisingly easy to do. I think all garden centres are interested in getting new, different people in through their doors, and so we just did a deal, and we've got sort of 1,400 square feet of space, and filled with all kinds of products that'll help people reduce their impact.
Fantastic, but it's a commercial operation. How long before you know whether it's going to be a success?
Well, we hope to open 2 others around the Oxford area in the next 3 or 4 months, and then we'll see what sells and what doesn't. We've got some fairly sort of heavyweight sort of retail experience that's making sure that we don't go and spend all our money on the wrong things, and that we don't charge too little or too much for anything, and so have the right mix of products. So. After we've got 3 that are going to be on a pilot, and then after that we'll try and roll out 30 within the next year. So the most ambitious plan is to try and get 30 of these going before next Easter.
And you've got funding to do that?
Yep, we can. We feel confident that we can make the argument. We've certainly got funding to do 3, and after that we think it'll be fairly straightforward. I mean, there are a lot of people who seem to want to invest in this kind of thing, not least the people who are involved, but also friends of the people who are involved. We seem to have sort of untapped a number of people who feel like investing in a company like this is almost like carbon offsetting,
Great, so you're just starting, this is day 1. What's your hope going forward?
Well, hopefully, we're hoping that everybody who's in the garden centre comes in and visits us. We're also hoping that an awful lot of other people from around the area, and I think from what we've seen this morning, we've only been open a few hours, there have been a lot of people come in, not just people who've heard about us before, but people who've just wandered past, and there seems to be a lot of interest. So we hope that it'll be successful here, our next 2 will be successful, and we'll be able to open up our 30 within the year. After that, what we'd like to do is to create almost garden centres of our own and have the nursery garden bit as a concession into us, and then we'll invite people in who do solar, ground source heat pumps, turbines, anything down to ecotourism, so that you can come to one centre for a complete sort of eco experience and do all your eco shopping. So that's what we're hoping. So watch this space.